Hello and welcome to today's video, and I wanted to just give you a quick update on the RiscPC600. So I've tried numerous things, including a set of 5.24 ROMs, which I couldn't really get 100% working. There's probably a few more things that I need to do. Also tried a set of 4.03 ROMs, which just didn't seem to work in the machine at all. I don't know if I need a strong ARM processor or not. So I've gone back to my 3.7 ROMs, and I've soft-loaded 4.02. Soft-loading 4.02 means that it would appear that I can actually install Netsurf, and I've managed to actually browse to Google, which is astonishing. I didn't think I'd actually get this far. And this is with a 25-year-old machine, processor that's about 25 years old, one of the original ARM CPUs, so it's actually an ARM 610, and it seems to be working. So let's just do a search for RISC OS and go to Google search. And excuse the refresh, that's just the refresh rate on this LCD panel, but would you look at that, we have results. Absolutely astonishing. We've got results, we've got RiscOSOpen.org, we have images of all things, we have Raspberry Pi, FreeBSD, Ubuntu, all of these sort of things. We've got a Wikipedia article, so let's just check my colours. Let's go up to 32,800 by 600, and let's have a look at the Wikipedia article. Oh, that's a shame, it can't display that, so there's probably going to be some incompatibilities with certain web pages, which is to be expected with a browser of this age. So I wonder if I can get to RiscOSOpen. So let's have a look at RiscOSOpen, see if I can get there. So it looks like it's got some security constraints, because it is a secure site. It would be interesting to see if that works. And it seems to be doing something. This would probably be a lot snappier with a strong arm, to be honest with you, but it does seem to be trying to do something. So I'm just going to pause this and we'll see where we are shortly. And astonishingly, it does get you to RiscOSOpen. I just don't think that it's used to this kind of speed, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at download and see if I can download anything. So if I go to downloads, so it says processing document, and it's loading the page, as you can see here. So it's 0 to 35 objects loaded. So as I say, if I did have a faster processor, either an ARM 710 would probably be quite a bit faster, but this really isn't bad. I'm quite surprised, quite over the moon actually, as I've never had native web browsing on a RiscPC before. So network card wise, I have, if we go to podules, so supervisor and podules, I've got quite an old card in there actually. It's an I-Cubed Etherlan 500. That's a 10 megabit card, so to be honest with you, my broadband connection is a lot faster than 10 megabits, so the card is the limiting factor to a certain extent. To get that to work, on RiscOS 4.02, I had to use some drivers which I found on the RiscOS 5.24 disk. So if I just hold that there a second, excuse that terrible bit of camera work. So within, I think it's within Resources and System, and I think, is it 310 modules, network? Yeah, there we are. So we've got the drivers in here: Ether H16, Ether 0, Ether B, Ether 316, Ether 2, Ether 1. So we've got quite a large selection of network drivers in there. Also, with RiscOS 4.02, when you configure your network interface, you need to go into Boot. We need to go to Network, Internet, and Host names, and you need to put in a FQDN in order for the resolver to function, otherwise you'll get an error when you come to boot. So what I've done, I've set my local domain to local. I don't actually have a local domain, but I've set it to local. And RiscPC600.local is the name of the machine. I've put in my default gateway broadband router as the primary name, and I've just used the generic Google ones for the secondary and tertiary DNSs. To make sure it's working after the reboot, I did supervisor, ping, and first off I pinged my default gateway, as you can see here. That returns a response, so escape. Then I did a ping 192.168.0.164, which is my NAS drive, and that returns a response. And I also did a ping to make sure that it's resolving, www.google.co.uk, which is also working. Other things I had to do as well, which I did previously on RiscOS 3.7 to get that working with my FTP software, was I've got a PC card in this machine. I'm using the newer drivers, and within here you've actually got an updated system directory, so I just merged the system directory, and that also updates a number of other components which the network card and also the browser seems like they require. The browser itself was available online quite easily, so I managed to get hold of that. Now the big one is social media. Can I get to social media? So the first one I'll try is the... Actually, sorry, I just wanted to try download first off. So if I go to RiscPC600, so I don't need them, but, and I also don't need a copy of it, but let's see if I click on Nick drivers. Ah, there it goes. It's actually downloading that file for me. That's handy. And it's doing it at reasonable speed as well, about 30.85k a second, which I think is the fastest. Certainly this machine's probably ever seen a download over the internet if it was net connected at some point in its past life. So, do you wish to download? No. Let's just say yes for the moment. Right, the big one. So I might be able to download stuff, I'm not sure, but the big one is, can I get to social media sites? A place that the youngsters like to go. Oh dear, oh dear. Ah, I see what you've got to do. So you download it. Sorry, I'm going back to this download again. So if I bring up a directory and I go doink, drag and drop, there you go. If I open up Sparkplug, which is the compression utility, or one of the compression utilities in RiscOS. So Sparkplug, open, and there you go. Network drivers, which I've downloaded straight off the internet. How cool is that? I know it's something you do every single day, but you just don't expect it on a machine that's 25 years old, with hardware that dates from 1994. It's probably actually older than 25 years, 26 years old. So let's delete this and let's try let's try facebook.com. Will that work? Oh, certificates. Let's accept. And it says opening page, and it's receiving data. Yeah, it's definitely receiving data. Processing document. Oh, how annoying. It's JavaScript is not enabled, but it does give you some sort of Facebook-ish page. That's quite cool. That sort of works. What about Twitter? That's probably Java based as well, so yeah, that's not unexpected. Let's try it without HTTPS. Might help if I got that correct. Yep, that's also fine. So, ooh, what did I do there? I dragged the text by the looks of it. So, if I go back to Google, so let's go www. Google, there we go. Let's do a search for something from 1994. So do a search for images from 1994 perhaps. Oh, there's something from 1994. Let's go full size image. Let's see what it does. Oh. Let's go back. So that's currently set to all. Oh, I've actually gone back too far. Let's go forward one. And that's, oh, it allows me to click on images. So if we do images, definitely trying to do something. There it goes. I have a selection of images from 1994. Ooh, I wonder what this is. This one is something that would be... oh, that's a shame. So that's Glastonbury Festivals. I lived in Glastonbury, although the Glastonbury Festival is actually 7 or 8 miles away in Pilton, but not to worry, we won't won't let that get in the way. I wonder if Imdb will work. That's the big one. Well, it's allowing me to accept the certificate. It might be Java based, so there is a possibility that it won't, but that is loading and doing other bits and pieces. It's receiving data. And it sort of works. Look at that. It does actually sort of work. So let's do a search if I can. So let's say, I don't know, Pulp Fiction. Doing a bit of downloading. Definitely loading something. And what's it doing? No, I don't think it worked, unfortunately. Or did it? Or did it? That's the question. Let's... Ah, look at that. It's got the results. So, if I go to this one, which is 1994, it's receiving data. It's actually receiving it at a healthy rate as well, which probably way faster than this machine was, certainly for network data, this machine was ever sort of destined to handle. And that seems to be loading. Processing the document. As I say, with a strong arm, this will probably be a heck of a lot faster, so that's certainly on my wish list. However, for the internet of the time, this would have been perfect, and a very suitable, viable, browsable machine. Oh, it's received something. Predictably, it does lock up. Well, not lock up, it does... Or does it, actually? Yeah, I think it does. Can I go into something else? No, it does lock the machine when it's busy downloading. So it doesn't multitask. But that is not the end of the world. And there we go, it's only text-based, but we have actually got a synopsis of the film, along with user reviews. I must say I'm rather impressed with this. Anyway, I think that's enough browsing on this 25 or 26-year-old machine. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button. Coming up at the end of the video are links to the other RiscPC videos that I have. So if you find those interesting, don't forget to drop a like, don't forget to drop a suggestion or a comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell and all the other stuff that the YouTubers tell you to do. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.